Hey there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in and it's lovely to have you here today with me. Welcome back to my subscribers and returning viewers, and welcome to new viewers. If you like what you see by the end of this video, if you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Now I'm just going to take a brief moment and call upon Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit to assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. Thank you so much. So let's begin. I'm using a different deck, as you can see today. It's just the Rider-Waite Tarot in this pretty pink cloud. So, Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today for this general read on, what is it, Wednesday, August the 23rd, 2023. That's right, Wednesday. Hump day, guys. Almost, we're going to be down the hump on our way to the weekend. So, today I'm going to actually I've been doing zodiac readings as well. I've got Sagittarius, Taurus, and Cancer out. I'm going to do Gemini today. So if you want to stick around and check out Gemini, if that is one of your positions on your birth chart for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So that'll be good. In any case, what's on Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what's on our viewers' hearts today that they need most here? Most need to hear? Okay. I said cut the deck. All right, what's the first one? This is the overall energy. Chariot. That's go, 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 guys. That's a good sign. That is someone who's not only prepared, but going. Go, go, go. Chariot. Yay. Where are they going? Oh, they're going to the devil. No. Okay. So we're clarifying the Chariot card as to why he or she has got to go. Okay. The Four of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Boy, those ones come out often, those two. The Three of Wands. That one does too. So does the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. All right. I can see this already. How about you guys? Then we have the Ace of Swords. Lovely. And Temperance. Okay, guys, the Chariot. We're going to clarify the Chariot here. Now, there had been a toxic time in this person's life with whoever it was that they were being toxic with. And it had obviously devastating results, and it's not done much for their life, especially in the love department. And so they've had to move away from, and quickly move away from this toxic energy of being obsessed about people, places, and things, material life, 3D, a particular person, and just being deceptive and feeling like they're stuck or bonded, or they have a contract with them in some way that's not been a healthy contract. Okay, see how these two people are chained to the podium of the devil. So the devil's energy is what's been driving their relationship, probably because of greed and maybe a lot of insecurities and social conditioning, where they grew up in a way that wasn't necessarily godlike or purified or loving, just simply loving. And they had been treated a certain way when they grew up, and they brought that forward with them into the relationships, that same kind of toxic thinking and behavior. So he or she has been feeling apathy and boredom and just maybe loneliness too, having rejected a cup of love from the divine. He or she has been busy looking at these other 3 cups that are in front of him that he or she was focused on, right? That was their main focus, and they were so focused on that they didn't see this cup coming in. And this cup of love, since it's from the divine, it was from somebody who was a divine partner to them, like or a counterpart, right? A divine counterpart. This is what they offered him or her. It's a boy here, but a man, excuse me. But they offered their cup of love, which was because he wasn't focused on that kind of love, that kind of energy in his life, possibly because he doesn't know what it's like. He's never really truly experienced divine, unconditional love. He was offered that to, I'm going to say my viewer right now. You offered this cup of love to this man at one time, and it was divinely inspired to do so, but he rejected it. Okay, so he's rejecting that cup of love in the past, right? And so then after that, he became defensive. He became defensive because he was in a life that was like this. So if you're thinking people are underhanded, that other people are terrible, and that they're going to take you for everything you've got, and it's an eye to eye, like what's that saying? If you gouge out my eye, I'll gouge out your eye, kind of thing. I can't think of the saying right now, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's a dog eat dog world, and they're going to behave from that belief system. So they've been behaving like that. So why not use the internet, or use the fact that you're out of town, away from your spouse or major partner in life and family, and take advantage of the distance and anonymity. Oh God, I can't say it. Forget it. Okay, so that's the internet and being distant. If this person traveled a lot for work or whatever, they were able to, go behind the scenes and do things that they shouldn't have been doing, because they're in toxic energy in the first place. That's their belief system. And so now they are quickly moving away from that. They must have been woken up and smelt the coffee and realized what the heck's been going on, what they've been doing, how their part in their demise, what that they've had to defend is why it's come about that they have to leave, because it's just he's recognizing that it's just not been a good life situation for him in love and romance in particular, maybe financially as well, but we don't really know. But in any case, he's looking here across the land, or across the vista, or across the ocean, having made his decision as to what he's going towards, and it's you and other things possibly, but this kind of looks like it could be a love relationship, because we've got Ace of Cups here. So he's looking across the land. He wants to meet up with you. He wants to come back to you. He's been seeing things differently, and is wanting to come to you and say, I realized I was a jackass in the beginning when we first met, and my life has been a shambles ever since I rejected your love, and I just want to be able to come in and say, I am so sorry. I've never been able to let you go. You've always been on my mind, and I want to tell you how much I care deeply for you, and I love you deeply. I have a deep, deep sense of love for you, and I'm traveling out to be able to moving out in order to be able to experience this new beginning that the divine is offering me, that's going to heal me. The dove and the aspirin is healing love, the waters, healing waters. That's going to heal me and hopefully our connection. I am moving forward in my life. I've gotten on my chariot and I'm leaving this behind here, and I want to reconnect with you and tell you how much I deeply love you. Okay, isn't that lovely? And he's going to tell you, give you the goods, tell you straight. He's going to be honest with you from the get-go, and there's not going to be any more lies and secrets here, because he has been healing himself. He's been getting himself balanced between the cups of water here. The foot is in the water, the foot is on land. That's a good balance of emotions and the material world, being love and the material world, or spirit and the material world. Okay, he's been tempered. He's tempered his ways of being, his thoughts about things, and he's brought love into the equation this time. Okay, so he wants to tell you that with the Page of Swords. He wants to tell you that. The Page of Swords is it's information that has been held back, delayed. He's not been telling you about the way he feels because he was probably in some other commitment. And so, but now the information is going to come forward. He wants to talk to you, and it's good news as far as he's concerned. He's happily and excited to be able to tell you the good news that he's changed. He's become a changed man, and because of all that he went through before that was toxic in nature, that just beat him down, where he had to always be defending himself, and he's made a decision. He's got the two wands here. This is you. He's made a decision to move towards you, and he's feeling like he's got the world in his hands because he's feeling free. He's feeling unchained from the devil, and he wants to move towards you slowly and contemplatively, manifesting great things with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the devil energy, please, if you will. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, will you please clarify the toxic energy for us that the devil card represents? Thank you so much. Totally appreciate it. Here we go. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. And the Four of Wands, okay, which represents a commitment to somebody, like a marriage. All right, safety, security, long term. And Queen of Pentacles here is the one that's represents the toxicity that has been brought into his life. But let's face it, guys, he had to have been himself, because if he had a relationship with you and this person was in his life as his committed partner, because usually the Queen represents, they're usually committed to somebody. This Queen of Pentacles is focused, look at her, focus on the pentacle, on the coin. So she has been able to come from a background that has been largely focused on money and making more money. And this toxicity here, she brought in because she is so focused on the material world, not really bringing love into her heart, like bringing it up and expressing it in ways that would help anybody who wanted to be a romantic partner to them feel like completely whole and fulfilled and a happily ever after energy. She was largely devoid of that. Because this is clarifying the devil energy, that's what I see. Okay, and this he had gotten himself into. He was in a relationship with a Queen of Pentacles who was all about the money, and although she was committed to committed in the way that they were together, she wasn't really, but she was having an affair. She was doing something with somebody else behind his back, and he was doing something behind her back. Okay, so they both had been stepping out on their relationship, celebrating and joining with others in ways that they shouldn't have been, given that they were committed to each other, which obviously left him feeling out in the cold, that he wasn't getting what he needed from her and the relationship anymore, and obviously she was feeling the same way. The commitment, the relationship dynamics of itself just was not good anymore, if it ever had been. It's hard to say, we don't know. But in any case, they're both feeling that there's two people that are distant from each other, separation, and just feeling like they are they're on their own. They're feeling very isolated and possibly rejected, left out in the cold by the other. Okay, so that's where the toxicity came in, is that this person's so focused on what she can get financially, and with little time and energy spent in the love department, maybe not in the sex department, but in the love department. And she eventually stepped out, he eventually stepped out, and he did before with you. And now, you get what you reap, right? He is experiencing toxicity from a partner he attracted into his life. I've said this a few times already, that you get, it's karma, you get what you reap. So if he's been doing what he did with you in the past, right, he is going to attract, if he doesn't go to you, he's going to attract, or had attract somebody who was mirroring his behaviors, his belief system, his ways of establishing relationships that weren't on solid ground. The love just wasn't the priority. So he ended up attracting somebody who was much like him. She's been cheating on him, and because he's been a cheater, and they're both feeling left out in the cold, because he's feeling left out in the cold by you, not having any communication with you, but he's also feeling left out because what he thought was a good thing turned out to not be such a great thing, and he's been able to see his hand in it, see the devil, his hand in it. And this was a committed relationship, probably marriage. But guess who he sees as his Queen of Cups? You are the sweetheart. And he's ended a cycle so that he can be with you. And he had spent time, there you go. He had spent time in isolation during this whole process here, with the toxicity that was just draining the life out of him and making him feel like, is it money? Is that all I've got? Is my job, my career, is that my only focus? Maybe he's got children, and not that he would be saying that's my only focus, but is there not love for me in my life? Is there not unconditional, loyal, committed love for me in my life? Well, there wouldn't be unless you start showing it yourself, start developing it within you first, Mr. Devilish energy. So he was feeling backstabbed by his leading lady there, the Queen of Pentacles, and he experienced broken heart. But now he's looking to you, all right? He spent time having to see the light in this card here is about the divine, showing him the way, in giving him insight, right, as to how to move forward in his life in a way that's going to include love in his life. So he has got a Queen of Cups. The darling of the deck is you, and this is the one he left behind because he was cheating on his wife. And you're the passionate one. You're all heart. You're all heart. It's no wonder he went back to you, because he didn't understand your heart. He didn't understand that you express your emotions, you express unconditional love, you express caring for him or anyone, caring, being nurturing, and just being empathetic and just lovingly loyal. And everybody loves you. Everybody loves a Queen of Cups character, okay? A Queen of Cups personality. No wonder he's leaving that cycle behind for a new cycle to open up for him. He's looking back the old one, making sure it's done with, and then she's moving forward. Vulnerably, I might add, being bare naked, that's him. Transparent and vulnerable. So he's never been able to let you, the Queen of Cups, go. He wants to create a collaboration with you. He wants to come in and reconnect with you. And for him, it would be moving from rough waters to calmer waters, coming towards you. There you go, with that cup of love in his hand. Oh, and he also, I just love how the bottom of the deck just spells it all out here. From going from what we don't know here, then the next thing you know, I start pulling and look at these cards. They're just amazing. So the Hierophant is feeling like he's come to understand that this is a spiritually deeply divine soulmate connection with you. Because every time he thinks of you, he thinks of how you make him feel. You make him feel like an emperor. All right, you make him feel like emperor. He was his upside down King of Pentacles in that materialistic, get all that I can from the world, no matter who I have to tromp on. That's what he was like. The King of Pentacles is no wonder look at that. So she's the Queen of Pentacles, of course, in the reverse, right? I just didn't put it in reverse. But they're a true match, right? So that's what they were doing. That's where that toxic energy came from. But you make him feel like an emperor, that he has the world by the tail, or dog by the tail, and whatever by the tail, and he owns his own empire. I mean, and he feels like an empire. He feels like an empire when he thinks about you, because he's seen how, if he is able to bring you into the fold, into his life, how his life is going to be everything. It's just going to have everything, because he has now spent time in isolation thinking about what it is that he hasn't been doing, with too much pride and not providing equal give and take to the relationship with you. So he's seen that, and he wants to be able to come to you correctly and hope that you're going to still be available and still open to wanting him in his life. You know, maybe it's been too long and you don't want him in his life anymore. And he doesn't know that for certain, but he won't know until he takes that leap of faith, right? The Fool's card. So that's what we know about the Devil, clarification. Let's talk about the Four of Cups, where he rejected that divinely inspired cup of love in the past. If you hear any noise, it's my cat. Okay, conflict, inner and outer conflict, death, putting an end to something, and the Page of Pentacles upside down. Yeah. Now here's the divinely inspired pentacle and the Ten of Pentacles with a Knight of Cups and Justice not far behind. Okay, so he was conflicted, right? This cup of love came towards him, came towards him, and gave him this wonderful love, great big unconditional love, and he just like, holy frig, I don't know what to do with this. Like, is there really this kind of love in this world? Because he doesn't know. And besides, he's already committed to somebody else, so he had to reject it. But the conflict was inner conflict within him, because he didn't understand. He didn't understand what it meant to be loved unconditionally, and that somebody would want to be with the likes of him, right? feeling insecure, but at the same time having a big ego. You know, you can be, obviously, if you have a big ego, you're obviously insecure. That those two go hand in hand. So he was feeling like that, and then he knew that there would be too much conflict, arguments, disagreements, and competition if he were to turn around and tell his wife that he doesn't want to be with her anymore because he wants to be with you. So he had to put an end to your connection. He had to put an end to your connection. So it ended abruptly, just like that. Also, he has put an end to this connection now, but back then, for clarification of that, and he took back his offer. He had come to you with a Page of Pentacles, right? And the miser took it back. So he took back his offer of, you know, because the Pentacle is all about the commitment, the loyalty, and the worldly possessions, like material and stuff like that. He was foolishly, as a young, immature individual, whether he was 20 years old, 30 or 40 or whatever, he was behaving immaturely, and he snatched that back from you, ended it, and left you feeling conflicted as well at the same time. But that was the rejection of the cup of love, okay, that the divine offered him to change his ways, to be able to have a love, that kind of unconditional love in his life. The divine offered that to him by bringing you and him together at that that moment in time. And they always say it's divine timing, so you perhaps were just having a snippet of each other. Maybe you're twin flames. It's hard to know for sure, but in any case, he has now been receiving from moving away from that, putting an ending to his toxicity, a divinely inspired blessing of prosperity if he continues on the path of love, okay, on the path of love. And he will then have a commitment, fully a commitment where he is prosperous, abundant, and he's building wealth with this Ten of Pentacles. He's building a life of wealth with this Ten of Pentacles if he stays on that path of love, with love in his heart, doing this fairly, justly, not, eye for an eye. There's your saying, finally came out, eye for an eye, right? Kind of mentality. He is going to be able to amass generational wealth, leave a legacy behind for his kids and the kids' kids, because if he continues to be sincere and acts, because the Knights always take action, he acts with giving his cup of love to someone, in particular this one here, you. If he keeps moving forward to accomplish that, he's going to be able to have this and this. The divine is going to bring this into his life, because that will be justice. That will be justice. That contract is broken, and his new contract will start with you if you decide to take him back. And he sees you as a soulmate lover, and he also sees you as the star in that he wants to bring healing to this connection. This he wants to be in a loving romantic relationship with you, guided by the divine, and he wants to bring healing to it, and he does see you as a star. He's made his final decision, and there's the King of Swords. It tells me that he has had a lawyer involved to break this contract over here with his Queen of Pentacles, and he's laying his sneakiness, his sneaky behaviors down, and has become independent as a result, right, of breaking that. So he is looking for a happily ever after, 10 of Cups life with you, which is everything anyone could ever want. That with the 10 of Pentacles is amazing, okay? So, and the Ace of Wands is coming here, and that will not make him feel like, he won't feel desolate and remorseful and regretful having you back in his life, but right now he does. Okay, so that was the Ace of Wands. But anyways, let's go ahead, because I could go on all day just pulling from the bottom of the deck. That's just the weird thing about my tarot card readings, my shuffling, is that they line up so beautifully. Well, as I'm telling the story, it expands and expands with each card pulled from the back of the deck. Very, very weird, but it is what it is, and I'm grateful for it. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Page of Cups, Strength, and the King of Cups. With the Eight of Cups, see, he's walked away from that, but it's been in the dark. You know, he's been keeping it all under wraps. He's not told you. He's not told you that he's free. Nine of Pentacles, that he's on his own and ready to take action towards you because he can. He's free. This is being free. You know, it's independent. Being independent, not codependent. So here we are. He's got the Page of Cups. This is Seven of Wands clarification. There has been an apology that he needs to be giving to you, and he needs to find strength to do that. And he is the King of Cups, feeling all of his emotions. The King of Cups feels deeply and loves deeply. He feels all of his emotions. Believe me, they're coming up now. But he's not saying anything, because that's what a King of Cups does. He just has his toe dipped in the water of emotions, okay? Which means he's only going to kind of, what would you say, like keep a line, you know, the line that you throw out to somebody who's drowning in the ocean or having a hard time, that they're swimming and can't really swim, so they're going under. So he's only letting that much be obvious, and that would be this Knight of Cups coming towards you. He's going to show you in some manner that he is honestly feeling love, caring, and compassion towards you without you know, revealing too much at one time, because it's just us, human nature, right? We don't want to put everything out on, wear our emotions on our sleeve out there for everybody to see right away, because you don't know how it's going to go. But once you know how it's going to go, then you start feeling a lot more secure and brave and courageous to show more, to bear all, even for that matter. And so that's he has been fighting. He, as well as feeling like he had to defend his life and his just being with the Queen of Pentacles in everyday action, you know, everyday interactions, he's been feeling defensive. You know, I mean, they both went out and did what they did with others, and that's going to put them both on the defense. But he's also defending this whole feeling of what he needs to be able to do in order to find the strength and courage to offer a sincere cup of love and an apology to you. It's been something that he's been, you know, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And maybe he's been talking to some friends and some people about you, and they're saying, no, you shouldn't. You know, you're married, you got a family here. This one lives too far away anyways, and or this one isn't right for you. You know, we don't think she's right for you. He's been having to defend that because he doesn't feel that way anymore. He feels like you are right for him. But he's got to stand his ground and tell these people, like, okay, you're my friends, you're my family, I love you, but, you know, not that much to not do what I feel in my heart is the right thing to do. Look what he gets when he does what he does when in his heart. It's the right thing to do. He's listening to his heart now. So he's not confused or feeling tempted by other opportunities, options, whatever, and he's going to be very happy, and he's going to be communicating this to you, telling you how you are his son. Okay, So that's what I got for the reading today. I hope this was helpful, guys. Let's go ahead and let's see what I want to use this deck here. It's LW Oracle. The LW Oracle. Now I'm going to have to read from the book what the card means, but I want to bring out 2 messages. Okay? 2 messages. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what oracle message from LW Oracle deck that you written by Arwen Lynch Poe. This beautiful deck. Okay, what have we got? We got Audace, she who resists, fearless, justified, resistant. And Carly, she who frees. Carly is liberation, unrestrained, and freedom. Well, that's what he's feeling. And you will too if you get into a beautiful, divinely inspired relationship, love, romantic relationship with somebody like him, if not him. She who resists is fearless, justified, and resistant. So he was resistant, you see. He was resistant in the past. But now, now that he let go and found his courage to no longer be resistant, he is now feeling free here, the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, what we got here? Audace, okay. She who resists, she grips a bloody knife in her hand. She looks back to see who follows. Her determination is echoed in the golden bee exploring the rose in her hair. She will continue to do what she must do. She holds no love for violence, but neither will she allow fear to rule her. When the call comes to fight for her rights, she will always answer. Her fierce resistance comes from a lifetime of being told what she cannot do. Audace embraces her own voice, her own power, her own infinite right to be herself. Audace's message is to fight for yourself. Resist those who would change who you are, like the Queen of Pentacles, in reverse. Stand against injustice in your world. It is best to choose the path of nonviolence. Yet at times you may have to use justified anger as impetus to move yourself forward. There's that Chariot. This moment calls for you to draw on your own inner strength and examine how you may be allowing things to happen simply by refusing to resist. This is not a time to allow others to walk over you. You would say as mantras, am I allowing my power to be blocked? Or these are questions, okay? Is my anger justified? Are there peaceful ways to resist? Okay, so I see this very much being for him. Okay, so every she in here that's written, it would be he. So Carly here, she who frees. So he's found his he found his purpose, his reason for standing up for himself and moving forward to his heart's desire. Here's Carly. Carly, she who frees, demonstrates how useful it is to try to bind her. She stands barefooted on the rocky shore, her hair blowing loose from the confining headband. Birds swoop overhead. The waves break upon the rock where she perches. Nothing can contain her. She has made the decision to be free. So free she will be. I'm going to say he now. His wrists bear the marks of the shackles. He will always remember the lessons of wearing them, but now he tosses the broken, useless chains into the water. Within the waves, there is almost an electrical pulse as Carly's energy sets him loose. This is a being who will not be restrained. The message of this card is that you face a challenge only you can answer. Will you remain obedient to the chains put upon you? Or will you cast them aside to live the liberated light? It's important to remember sometimes bonds are accepted. What we talked about here, right? You should also understand you can change your mind about those restraints. You are at a point where you can end anything you feel holds you back. It will be wise to examine the chains thoroughly, though. Who holds the other end and who holds the key? When did I first notice that I'm being held back? What would real freedom feel like? And what chains do I yearn to be free of? So he's done that. He's broken those bonds, those chains of feeling restricted. So that was beautiful. Those are perfect messages for this reading. Thank you so much. And I will look forward to tomorrow. If you don't mind subscribing, hitting that subscribe button, the like button. And until then, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
I think we gotta tell the truth. You and me don't need this attitude. I can tell you're ready for love. I don't really know what that means at all. Still trying to learn what it is to love.